Hey everybody, it's Logan. I'm back. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday, but there wasn't really anything much to report on except for Lamar Odom and his car accident. But other than that, nothing really. Oh, just a warning right now, I won't be broadcasting if there isn't like that much news going on. But there was a lot today. So let's just get down to business in the world of sports. In NFL news, Mendenhall is suing over a Twitter debacle. Pittsburgh Steelers running back Rashard Mendenhall is suing the parent company of the Champion Sports apparel maker, calling the company's decision to drop his endorsement deal over his tweets about the death of Osama bin Laden and September 11 terrorist attacks a breach of contract. Mendenhall tweeted after bin Laden was killed, quote, "What kind of person celebrates death? It's amazing how people can hate a man that they have never even heard speak. We've only heard one side," unquote. He also tweeted on the September 11th attacks, quote, "We never know what really happened. I just have a hard time believing a plane could take a skyscraper down demolition style," unquote. Mendenhall's lawyers filed suit Monday in U.S. District Court in North Carolina, trying to get about $1 million in damages from Haynes Friends Incorporated, a Winston-Salem based corporate company of Champion. Champion's decision to end its endorsement deal with Mendenhall in May, days after he questioned the public celebration of bin Laden's death, violates a contract extension the two signed in 2010 worth over $1 million. He first signed with the company in 2008. Other football news, Vic is arguing for the anti-dogfighting law. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Michael Vick brought his anti-dogfighting message to Congress on Tuesday, backing legislation that would penalize those who knowingly attend animal fights and allow minors to attend. Vick, who served 18 months in a prison on dogfighting charges, said he wants to teach kids not to repeat his mistakes. Vick has been speaking at churches and schools along with Wayne Pacell, President and Chief Executive of the Humane Society of the United States. It is illegal in 49 states to be a knowing spectator at an animal fight, while 28 impose felony level penalties on those attending. The bill would impose penalties of up to a year in prison and fines for attending an animal fight, and a penalty of up to 3 years in prison and fines for bringing or allowing a minor to attend. In NCAA football news, Reggie Bush has and his family got the Heisman back. Reggie Bush's family has taken back a copy of his 2005 Heisman Trophy from a San Diego sports museum. The San Diego Hall of Champions said it returned the trophy to the family on Friday, but declined further comment. Bush relinquished his title as Heisman winner last year after an NCAA probe concluded that he and his family accepted improper benefits that, I'm sorry, from improper benefits accepted improper benefits from would-be sports agents while Bush was still playing for USC. The Heisman Trust, which was considering stripping Bush of the reward, decided to vacate the title for that season. And also, the NCAA says that LSU committed major violations in its football program while recruiting a junior college player and cited a former assistant coach for unethical conduct. The ex-assistant coach, DJ McCarthy, improperly arranged for transportation and housing for former defensive lineman Akeem Hicks, and then later tried to cover up those actions. In a ruling issued Tuesday, the NCAA publicly reprimanded LSU and placed it on probation for 1 year. The NCAA also accepted LSU's self-imposed reduction of 2 scholarships, as well as reductions in official visits and recruiting calls. McCarthy resigned in 2009, and Hicks never played for the Tigers before he left LSU. In NBA news, Yao Ming is to retire tomorrow, Wednesday. The Rockets center is expected to make his retirement announcement tomorrow. Yao for the Houston Rockets, played for, I apologize, played 8 seasons in the NBA, but has missed 250 regular season games over the past 6 years. His career, including frequent appearances for the Chinese national team at Olympics and World Championships, has included leg and foot injuries. Yao's contract expired after last season, and the Rockets said they were interested in re-signing him if he came back healthy. Yao also said in April that China said in China that his professional future depended on his recovery from a fresh fracture in his left ankle. Selected to the NBA All-Star team 8 times after being the top pick overall after being the top overall pick in 2002 in the 2002 draft, Yao averaged 19 points and 9.2 rebounds a game. More importantly, his impact expanded the NBA's influence in Asia into merchandise sales and TV ratings. Yao played 6 years with the Chinese national team before joining the Houston Rockets. He carried the Olympic torch through Tiananmen Square and his country's flag during the opening ceremonies at the Beijing Olympics in 2008. I apologize. The Beijing Olympics in 2008. He also donated $2 million and set up a foundation to rebuild schools in the wake of the 2008 earthquake in Sichuan. After his rookie season, Yao helped the Rockets reach the playoffs in the next 2 seasons. Yao played in 77 games in the 2008-2009 season when Houston reached the second round of playoffs for the first time since 1997. But Yao broke his left foot in a postseason game against the Los Angeles Lakers and underwent surgery that sidelined him for the whole 2009-2010 season. He lasted only 5 games at the start of the 2010-2011 season before breaking his ankle. He underwent surgery in January and was lost again the entire season. In NHL news, DeBoer will be coaching in New Jersey. Peter DeBoer has been named the New Jersey Devils coach. The 43-year-old DeBoer spent the last 3 seasons as the coach of the Florida Panthers. He was fired after failing to lead the team to the playoffs during his tenure. DeBoer posted a 103, 107, and 36 record with the Panthers. And Stamkos has signed a 5-year deal with the Bolts. Steven Stamkos has agreed to remain another 5 years with the Tampa Bay Lightning. The 21-year-old was picked first overall by the Bolts in 2008 and tallied 45 goals and 91 points in 82 games for Tampa Bay last season. In his first postseason foray, Stamkos lived up to billing, posting 6 goals and 13 points in 18 contests as the Bolts fell 1 game short of the the Stanley Cup Finals. I apologize. Since breaking into the league for the 2008-2009 season, the Ontario native has recorded 119 goals, and his 96 over the last 2 years ranks best in the NHL. He has added 113 assists for 232 points in 243 total games. The center took home a share of the Maurice Rocket Richard trophy with his 51 goal campaign in 2009 and 2010, and set the club record for the most game-winning goals in one season at 8 game-winning goals last year. This past season, he has also become the fastest to reach the 40-goal mark, doing so in 54 games. In NASCAR news, Montoya will be getting a new crew chief. Earnhardt Ganassi Racing announced on Tuesday that Jim Pullman is now the interim crew chief for Juan Pablo Montoya. Pullman, who has worked for EGR since 2006, most recently in research and development, replaced Brian Patty. Patty, who is 36, was the 3rd crew chief for Montoya before being relieved of his duties on Tuesday. And finally, in MLB news, the Blue Jays have decided to retire their first jersey. The Toronto Blue Jays are retiring former second baseman Roberto Alomar's number 12 before their game against Texas Rangers July 31st. It will be the first time the Blue Jays have retired a number worn by one of the team's players in the club's 35-year history. I warned you that it was going to be a lot, but yeah, that's it for sports talk. Again, any questions, comments, recommendations, just follow me at Twitter, LoganPat97, or you can just comment on the YouTube page. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So, until then, this is Logan Patton signing off.